Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world, how are you doing? It's Jerremy Alexander Newsome with Real Life Trading. Today is December 26th. What a phenomenal day. Christmas was just yesterday. Today is Friday. I hope you're ready for an amazing weekend. I got so much rest the last 2 days. It's been incredible. I had food and drink and merriment and friends and gifts and love and kisses, and it was just a great time, guys. I hope you had an amazing time with your family as well over the holidays and the time off in the market. And today, I figured I would just post a stock market review, real life stock review on YouTube for my subscribers so that you guys could watch it and kind of see my thoughts coming into 2015. So let me just go ahead and pull up SPY really quickly. And then I will go over GPRO and a few others, as there was some good movers. Metals, they had a little bit of a pop today, but I will pull up the daily chart of a few stocks. Give me a few moments here. Okay, SPY. All right, so SPY was a pretty decent little move. I mean, volume, as we know, was very, very small for the holidays, and realistically, we might even get low volume all this next week coming up, really, because that's, the holiday season. Market's going to be closed those days as well, and, we could be trading sideways. So the market realistically is open normal days, the 29th and 30th, and then New Year's Day it's closed. It's closing early, I believe the 31st, and open Friday, kind of like this week. So the first next real full-on week will be January the 5th, and I think volume really might decline a little bit throughout these days. And I'm anticipating a little bit higher of a bullish thrust Monday, Tuesday, and then potentially coming into 2015, we might get a little bit of a sell-off and then potentially a little bit of a bounce. That's kind of my thought process, and I'll be interested to see if that does happen, because we have very, very low volume, but we did make an all-time high again today on the SPY, and it's a white candle that opened and closed above the Friday. Black candles closed, so in my opinion, the momentum is still a little bullish overall. And some ultimate targets I have on the SPY, 214.98 and 219.57. So I'll be interested to see how exactly this does indeed play out. The IWM looking to break out here pretty soon. We're right at that resistance of 120.57. Again, I would love some sideways movement, and if we do break out, I probably won't buy the breakout. I'll buy the bounce, because we've had such bullish candles, a lot of gaps, a lot of volume. I wouldn't want to buy at the all-time high. I'm going to wait for the pullback and then buy the bounce on the IWM. GPRO was really one of the better day trades today. There's only 2 or 3 really good ones that I looked at. And if you got in bearish on GPRO sometime back here, we didn't quite reach our target of 48.42. I do know Tommy Monet and Roy Slusher and a few other students took some of their GPRO profits back out in this location and dropped the stop a little bit lower. I had gotten entry bearish at approximately 61 and some change, but I got into a bear call spread. I didn't get into a directional trade personally on GPRO, as you guys know. So for those of you who did get in directional, you might have gotten stopped out for a little bit less than an R risk, since we did move our stop down. But at the moment, I did exit this spread today, intraday, and I'll kind of show you guys where. So today was a very, very nice retest gap. Here's the retest, beautiful gap, and it was one of the bigger movers today. And ladies and gentlemen, here's the retest quite clearly. So we came down. Initially, this was the first retest, but it was kind of a weak candle. So I wanted to wait for a close above that to really see where we went. Well, we got a really, really big candle close. And so I thought, this entry and this stop was a little too big of a risk reward. So I wanted to wait to see what would happen. And then we started pinning like this. And we broke down a little bit lower. And then we got a Morningstar reversal down here on GPRO. And then I was really keeping a very, very close eye on this little location where we got the Morningstar. And we started making some higher highs and higher lows. And the analysis for me was get in bullish at about 68.16, place the stop below the white candle right here at about 67.50-ish, give or take. And 2 Rs was the high of the day, where it just kind of exited, took some profit, and then got trailed out later in the day overall on GPRO. So it was nice, and I had a 72.50 bear call spread. Now, it was really, really quite close, and since theoretically spreads don't close and exit until Saturday, the option did expire and go to option heaven, but I did go ahead and exit the spread somewhere around here towards the late day, just to exit, just to be safe without anything crazy happening. And I got my profit on the bear call spread. So expired, everything's good, we're good to go, thumbs up, and everything looks beautiful. So GoPro at the moment, a lot of white candles, a lot of volume, and looking for the stock to come down and then bounce. And I will buy the bounce because the retest did not fail. So that was the note right here. Look for the failure of the retest. Well, one of the retests to come in here and fail, but that did not happen. So let's see if we can buy the bounce, old resistance, new support. And I will place that right about here. So we'll see how that indeed plays out. Good candles, you know, really 1, 2, 3 retest gaps in a row. 1, 2, 3. And so if I am anticipating a little bit of a retest, a little bit of a bounce, and then we will continue in the direction more than likely. Facebook, keeping a very, very close eye on Facebook. We have some black candles. Looks like a little bit of a stair-step pattern. Volume is declining. Exponential moving averages look great. Here's the all-time high on Facebook. As a matter of fact, I could go ahead and clone this and go ahead and bring it up to right about here. And you can see where we're at. And if we start getting some good bounces or some good gaps on Facebook, I would be indeed more bullish than bearish for sure. And let's do two more. Let's do Walgreens. Walgreens, keeping a very, very close eye on Walgreens as well. You guys can see that we have a really, really nice resistance on Walgreens, all-time high back at 76.18 and some change. So at the moment, beautiful candle right there. Nice little pennant pattern, and it broke out higher. One of the real-life traders in the trading floor, Orkin, he scored about 3.5 R on that trade on Walgreens, exited his target, so very, very happy about that. So at this particular point in time, here's really what I'm kind of wanting to do. This is not really an intraday trigger. I was actually had a coaching student with Bobby today, and I was just kind of using an example. But realistically, my thought process on Walgreens is if we do make some higher momentum and make some higher moves, I anticipate this could be a flag pattern or some type of rest on Walgreens, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. Let's see if Walgreens rests at this all-time high before it continues higher. So we're at the all-time high. Again, let's see if it rests and see if it breaks higher, makes some higher highs and higher lows, and if so, the trend is your friend. Let's get in. And Apple was a big mover today. Oops, I don't know what that is. Very, very nice. So obviously we're not at our target by any means on Apple, but I know there's a lot of students in this particular trade. Brian Bodie's also in a put sale. A lot of students in some bull put spreads, but I am in shares and calls on Apple at the moment. And stop is in place. I got my protective put trigger in place. And today we opened and closed both the prior day black candles closed, above the exponential moving averages, volume increase. Looks nice. Looks like we have room to go. I think overall the direction is bullish to neutral in my personal opinion. And if Apple trades up to about 118 and some change, that's my target, where I will likely, I'm going to sell my call. And then as far as my shares are concerned, I will more than likely get into a collar, because at that point when I have positive equity in the shares, the market becomes my playground. Because if the stock's up here, I get into a covered call, get into a protective put. If the stock goes up, I make money. If the stock goes down, I'm protected, and the stock trades sideways. I can get the dividends on Apple and turn right around and do it again, since earnings is late January. So it'll be very interesting indeed to see exactly how and if this plays out in its entirety. But keeping an eye on Apple, and again, I am more bullish than bearish, and I'm ready to go. If it moves below 111.50, that's where I have my protective puts to buy some puts just in case it does start rolling over just a little bit. But I like Apple. Looks a little bit more bullish than bearish in my personal opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching this real life stock review. I appreciate you guys subscribing to our channel on YouTube. That's really the best way to get any of our videos at the present moment in time, since our email capability is being hindered in a very interesting manner. Ladies and gentlemen, have a phenomenal weekend. I love you guys. I am pumped up and ready to go for 2015. There is a storm brewing, and it is a trading storm. I hope you guys have your umbrellas ready to go, because it's going to be raining down insane profits, risk mitigation, and trading plan maximizations in all of 2015, and I am stoked. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys later, and until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See you guys later.